Good day, everyone. You are welcome to this session. My name is Oderinde Idayat. I am presenting on the topic, the managerial value of educational technology, implications for productivity and resource allocation. Educational technology, once peripheral to core institutional management, now shapes how educational systems distribute resources, handle information, and seek organizational productivity. Educational technology has evolved from a teaching aid to a strategic asset in higher education. This review explores the managerial value of educational technology, that is, how EdTech supports productivity and the allocation of resources in institutions. The aim of this review is to, number one, is to analyze the strategic role of EdTech in institutional management. It also aims to examine its influence on productivity and also to explore how EdTech affects equitable resource allocation. This research, this study, is anchored on two theories, which are the resource-based field theory and the institutional theory. The educational technology tools now support both learning and administration. And some of these tools, examples of some of these tools include the learning management systems, the student information systems, the data dashboards. These systems are used to collect data, to manage data, and also to report data for institutional planning. About some of the differences between the RBF theory and the institutional theory. The RBF theory view EdTech as a valuable internal asset. In addition, that can also provide a competitive advantage. As for the institutional theory, institutions adopt EdTech to conform with external expectation. Moreover, adoption may be symbolic but not functional. The resource-based theory focus on efficiency and differentiation, while the institutional theory focus on legitimacy and conformity. The resource-based theory view is on strategic resource, while the institutional theory is on symbolic adoption. Now, what's the management implication? The management implication is that technology must align with strategy and not just trend. What are the productivity contributions of EdTech? Number one, automating tasks, for example, scheduling and grading, and so on and so forth. Also helps in enhancing reporting through dashboards. It also helps in informing decisions through real-time data. What are the challenges? High investment, unclear return, and also educational productivity hard to measure. Now, let's understand the productivity paradox. Despite technology investments, performance gains are not guaranteed. What are the reasons? The reasons include misaligned goals. That is number one. The second one, poor training of technology or integration of technology. Number three, delayed in outcomes. Number four, over reliance on metric, ignoring deeper learning outcomes. Now let's look at the resource allocation dynamics. Educational technology has brought about high initial and recurring costs in higher education. The return on investments is hard to quantify. Also, EdTech automation has replaced some of the roles of human resource. Digital skills have become essential for every workers. And finally, there has been a shift from physical to digital investment. What are the challenges to the strategic use of educational technology? Number one, we have the undefined success metrics. Number two, we have reactivate adoption without planning. We have the surveillance and ethical concerns, and also the inequitable outcome for marginalized groups. Now let's look at the conceptual framework of this research together, where we have the inputs, which include the edtech system, institutional structure, vendor model, budget context, and infrastructure, the mediating logics, the outcome, and also the feedback and configuration. Let's explain the section of this framework, the segment one after the other. The input is a foundational element. These are the initial conditions that shape how educational technology is introduced and used in institutions. Educational system, let's explain one by one. The education systems, they are the tools like the LMS, the analytic dashboards, the CRMS, and so on and so forth. The institutional structure that we mean in this framework, they are the governance, the size, and the leadership models. The vendor models include the proprietary versus the open source platforms. Then the budget context. What we mean by the budget context is the availability of funds and funding priorities. Then the infrastructure, we mean existing IT capabilities and support systems. The interpretive filters, they determine how edtech is interpreted and integrated, and they are the governance rationales, the organizational culture, the strategic alignments, and also the digital readiness. Then in this framework, we also have the outcomes, which are the resulting impacts. They are the observable results of edtech deployment. They include the productivity effects, the resource allocation, the flexible timeline, and the equity impact. Then finally, we have the feedback and configuration, which is a iterative process. This stage captures the need for continuously reassess educational technology use. They had the data loops, the insight from learning analysis or audit, the strategic adjustment, the resistance, and the redesign. Now, what is the application of this framework? This framework would help institutions to align EdTech with their mission. Secondly, it will help them evaluate true performance impact. Also, to ensure inclusive access and benefits, and also to adapt strategy based on results. The conclusion: educational technology has great potential but must be used wisely. Moreover, its success depends on strategic alignment, understanding context, and balancing efficiency and equity. It is therefore recommended that institutions should develop broad evaluation metrics. They should also train staff and invest in human capital. They should also avoid overdependence on vendors. And finally, they should embed ethics and inclusion in digital planning. If you look at this section, highlights some of the references, the key references that has been used in this study. The likes of Selly, 2021, Williamson, Bista, Benny, and so on and so forth.